What's going on? This your boy CEO Khacki, a.k.a. the ClayCo Berry Gordy, and I'm tapping in with TampaMystic on the industry's most wanted podcast. Salute.
What we doing?
Hey, baby, look me in my eyes. Tell me that you're mine. Even though you lie, I still wanna hear you say.
What's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the industry's most wanted podcast. Hey, I heard we got the South Side in the building.
Come on.
ClayCo in the building. ClayCo.
Let's go, man. You already know what it is. Let's go. You know what it is.
Shout out to CEO Khacki in the building.
Definitely. I appreciate you.
Boom. Appreciate you being here. I feel like we slick already know each other. You know what I'm saying? We've had some great conversation leading up to this. It's a pleasure. It's an honor to meet you. You're out here working.
Tell you, I appreciate you.
On your grind.
Appreciate you. Definitely.
But, right now I need you to go ahead and break it all the way down.
Gotcha.
Who is CEO Khacki?
CEO Khacki, the ClayCo Berry Gordy. I work with a lot of different artists. I was given that title just based upon what I do for the city. Of course, like Berry Gordy did for Motown, what he did with bringing a lot of artists together. That's my goal, just preaching unity.
Yes.
And just establishing a different integrity in the music on the South Side, and that's my goal.
I love it.
Sure.
I love it. We need more CEO Khackis in this music business.
All right. That's love. That's love.
Slick, because there's so many people out here who are lost.
Yes. Absolutely.
They are just lost.
Absolutely.
They are talented but lost.
Led wrong.
Led wrong.
Led wrong for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Definitely.
So let's talk about your background a little bit. You are, as they say, an Army brat.
Correct.
Or a military brat.
Right.
Was it Army?
That's right.
Okay.
Both parents. Yes, that's right.
So you've traveled, at a very young age.
Yes, definitely.
And you landed here in the Atlanta area, ClayCo County to be exact, at 7 years old.
7 years old. That's right.
Wow. So you've been here for a while. I know you're still a young man now.
Correct. Right. Yeah.
From 7 up until now, what's life been like for you out here in Atlanta?
Life has been great. I just learned to seize the day. I just learned to seize my family, do everything I have to do day in and day out to make it happen for them, make it happen for myself, and just show example in the city as well.
Yeah.
Sure. Absolutely.
So you started playing drums at a young age.
Yes, 5 years old at Savannah, Georgia. Yes.
Wow, like that is impressive.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
At 5 years old, most kids they want to play with
That's right.
their trucks or whatever it is that a 5-year-old does.
That's right.
Little girls, Barbies.
That's right.
You were in there playing the drums.
The drums for sure. That's right.
So
that's right. So 5 years old.
You mentioned that your dad is a pastor.
Yes, he is.
Would you say that being around him in the church environment is what really inspired you at such a young age?
Yes, it did. Yes, it did for sure. The ministry, art, music, producing music. It's always been in me. My dad played the drums as well, and he actually used to get off the pulpit and come play the drums, and that's how I learned. I'm like, in a sense, all right, I got you.
Yeah.
Teach me, and just like that, since 5 years old, that's what I've been doing.
I love that.
Sure,
do you play other instruments?
I do. I cannot read, but I do play the piano.
Okay.
I'm the type, give me 24 to 48 hours, I can learn that song for sure. That's how I am.
That is amazing.
Definitely.
That's amazing. Like anybody who can play an instrument, I'm like amazed by that. I've never gave it a whirl, but I was like, man, like how do you learn how to put the right sounds out and all that stuff?
Definitely. It's just repetition. Just repetition for sure.
What about guitar? Does that ever interest you at all?
I have bass. I have loved playing bass. See, and I'm mad I sold my bass, but any artist that knows that plays the drums, the bass and the drummer, they're connected.
Hand in hand, yeah.
And that's something I always want to do, and I tried it for 2 years, and just playing with the bass guitarist at the church and put it right back down, and I wish I never stopped. But the bass line is the heart. The bass line to me is the heart of a song. It carries everything, without being overbearing at all, for sure.
Absolutely.
But I love the bass, but that's something that I definitely wish I would have kept going with.
I mean, it's never too late.
Right. I don't have the time. I don't have the time.
I know you're busy.
Yes, it takes a lot. It does take a lot, for sure.
So are you still actively playing the drums?
No, I'm not.
No?
I'm not.
But you could pick them up and get right back to it again,
Always.
like riding a bike.
It never leaves you.
Yeah.
My dad, to this day, he can still play the drums as well.
That is amazing.
It never leaves you. It never does.
I mean, and that's something, like I don't see a lot of people doing live instrumentation when it comes to production anymore. Is that something that you've tapped into?
Yes, I have. And it's a lost art, honestly. It's a lost art, but it's very few people who do it. Bruno Mars, of course, things like that.
Right.
But it's a lost art. Everything is digital now.
Yes.
But it's something I think is going to come full circle around back again.
100%.
Just like baggy jeans. It's coming back. It's coming back. Sure.
I remember when I was little, my mom would always say time repeats itself.
Yes, it does. We're seeing it.
100%. And I never really understood what that meant when I was little, but now I do because, like you said, it goes in cycles.
It does.
I remember bell bottoms were the thing, and then it was the skinny pants. Correct. And bell bottoms are now making a comeback again.
That's right. We're seeing it.
We're seeing it.
Yes, we are. We're seeing it. We're seeing it. I actually just saw the Migos with them.
For
sure.
Absolutely.
For sure, definitely.
Especially with social media, when you have influencers like the guys like the Migos.
Correct.
Whenever you see your favorite celebrity, artist, or whatever, you're going to want to run out and do it. Like these stupid red boots that are out right now.
I saw that. I have a pair on now.
I'm crying.
But let me take these off.
He said she just called him stupid. Oh, gosh. My cheeks hurt. He said, I got a pair on right now. For a brief second, I was like, oh, shoot.
That's funny.
Oh, my God.
And I see him out here, though. I see him. It's a fashion statement. It is. It is. It's bad. I don't understand it, but it's making a wave. I think they're about $350.
They are.
Right now, they're going to be worth $2,500 soon. For sure.
People are going to buy them and be selling them on eBay and all the other platforms. Definitely. Wow. He said, I got some on right now. Ooh, that is funny. That is so hilarious. I was like, I'm about to look under the table and be like, hold on a second. How did I miss those?
Interview over.
Yeah. See y'all. Peace out. Nah, that is so funny. But you're right. Like, it's like a cycle.
It is.
Everything repeats itself. Sure. So while we're on that subject, you're a music guru. You've been doing this a long time. Is R&B dead to you?
Yes, it is.
Man.
Yes, it is.
Let's talk about that. That hurts my heart.
Me too. I grew up on R&B. The emergence of auto-tune has caused R&B to suffer.
Yeah.
I never forget that that infamous T-Pain and Usher. He was saying, "Hey man, you in a sense, man, you single-handedly you killed it for us."
Yeah.
And that's what happened. Auto-tune has changed the dynamic of R&B.
Yeah.
And there's very few artists that get to shine because they don't. It's so easy to compete with an R&B artist.
Yeah.
Everybody can use auto-tune to sound
absolutely
90% of what they are and who they are. But yeah, definitely. It's a lost art.
It's so sad because I'm just, thinking back to like the 90s and early 2000s, like I graduated high school in 92.
Gotcha.
I'm an OG, you guys.
All right.
But that era of music had a huge influence on me.
It did.
And, just thinking about like a lot of the R&B, there was a lot of groups out back then. Jodeci, H-Town, Drew Hill, Blackstreet, the list goes on.
That's right.
Man, all them guys could, and Aaliyah, God rest her soul, and just, all the other great female and male artists.
That's right, TLC, things like that.
Yeah.
It's a lost sound. It's a lost art. Even the videos, everything is just different.
Yeah.
It's just different, sure.
Do you think that's a cycle that'll ever come back?
I do, but auto-tune has changed the culture.
Yeah.
It changed the sound of music.
Yes.
Before then, it was the computer love. You heard it once every now.
Yeah. Right.
It's now it's taking on its own form.
Yeah.
When you get in the studio, people don't even go to studios that don't have auto-tune plugins. If they don't have it, people won't even go to their studio.
That's right.
It's definitely changed the sound, and it's going to come back, but it's going to take a lot of some babies to understand what that was about.
Absolutely.
For sure. It's going to take some babies to understand it.
It's a different era now, and it's no shade, but I'm so glad that I got to experience the era that I did.
Me too, for sure.
Definitely. I wouldn't have changed that for anything in the world.
I'm telling you, well versed in the sound of music.
Absolutely.
From the 60s, 70s, 80s. We know the 60s artists, 70s artists, 80s artists, and we respect what they laid down.
Absolutely.
One take, literally, 5 guys, 4 guys, 3 ladies, whatever it is, in the studio on one mic. They have to have the perfect take, all the way through.
Absolutely.
But that's a lost art, and the game suffers from that.
Yeah,
it does, for sure.
Did you see the newer Elvis movie that came out?
I did not.
What an incredible movie! Watch that. I think it might just be called Elvis or something.
Gotcha.
I want to say I watched it on maybe HBO Max, one of those. But it just, it took us back to his era, being that he was very soulful, and he was predominantly in the black community, and, like his folks didn't like that.
Right.
But it just shows his art and his craft, what he went through, in that era. And then, of course, fast forwarding, into the 70s, 80s, 90s, it's elevated, but we've gotten away from that organic.
We did. And some artists tried to bring it back, but it's a lost art.
Yeah.
It really is a lost art. It's not respected like it should be.
Please come back.
Please.
Please come back.
Please.
We're begging you.
Right. No, seriously, please. Death of auto-tune. No.
Yeah, if people want to use it in moderation as a rapper and they want to sound a little melodic.
That's right, definitely.
It works for that.
That's one thing.
But for these singers, just give us your raw natural talent. Just find you a good engineer.
So true.
And they're going to get your sound together.
Yes, he will. Yes, he or she will. Yes, they will, for sure.
Are you currently working with any R&B artists?
I'm not. Currently, I'm not. They're all rappers.
Yeah. Trust me. I know.
But it is. But no, I'm not. But that's an art that in Atlanta, you don't find many R&B. You see, it's like, you will find them in your DMV area. You will find them in Chicago. You will find them in the Northwest area. But it's not really in Atlanta, man. The sound is the sound, and that's something I really want to work with is R&B, the true art. Writers who actually go in and but it's a lost art, and I think that will be tapped into for sure. I think it's just, man, changing the culture. You have to change it. It could take. I'm going to change the culture.
Please do.
That's the goal, man. That's the goal, for sure.
I met a young man recently, and I actually had the honor of interviewing him. He's, I want to say, about 19. He's from the DMV area, but he's here now.
Gotcha.
His name is Tylen, and he's so talented. I made him sing for me.
Gotcha. Okay. All right.
Wow, he's a superstar. I'm going to definitely have to show you who he is, because he's here now.
Gotcha. Okay, good.
So talented, and he's very humble.
Okay, good.
Intelligent. He's not on crazy stuff that some of these young ones are on. He's got a good head on his shoulders.
For sure.
There's a few of them out there. They're hidden gems, though.
They are.
Yeah.
They have to compete with, the machine in a sense.
That's right. Absolutely.
The machine. They do.
And all this AI stuff that's coming out now.
Yes.
It's doing everything for us.
Yes, it is.
Gosh.
Yes, it is. It's changing. It's changing.
So go ahead and really break it down for us, for our viewers and, people who may tune in. Exactly what it is that you do.
Gotcha. Okay. So I executive produce a lot of artists in their corner. So what I do is it's a lot of producers as well as myself. They don't get that leverage to, in a sense, speak hand in hand with, top-notch artists. So what I do is I actually would bring them their production, get in the studio with them, and we create a masterpiece.
Yes.
Everybody wins, from the videographer to the engineer. That's my goal, is to bring back the A&R is dead as well.
Yeah.
And I believe that's a little bit of what I do as well. And a lot of people trust my vision, trust my, my word in the studio. Because I've been in the studio for a long time, over the shoulders of a lot of artists. And now I'm just kind of bringing it into light, and you're able to see it. But what I do is in the corner of the artist, working with them hand in hand to deliver a great record, working with the engineer one-on-one to deliver a great sound, working with everyone I'm plugged in with to get that sound, get that music out to outlets that, some can't do on their own. But
right.
That's what I do. That's my goal.
That is amazing, because every artist needs you in their life.
That's humbly.
They really do.
Humbly. I say it all the time. Everyone needs, everyone needs a Berry Gordy in their corner.
100%.
Everyone needs that in their corner. Someone who's taking it, the business side, and that actually understands music. And it's not just business. It's not just a hustle. It's really someone who loves music that's in your corner. But that's what I bring for sure.
Absolutely, because there are so many people out here that, gosh, how do I say this nicely?
Go ahead.
That are just running scams and that are taking advantage of these independent artists, taking their money, not producing results that they're promising to them. It's so like frustrating to me because people work hard for their money.
So true. I see it all the time.
Yes.
I see it all the time. Where there's outlets, I see it all the time. It's people put a lot of trust in a lot of outlets, things like that. But it's a lot of it's a money grab. My goal is to bring back the integrity of music, the integrity with the artist, the integrity with the label, the integrity. It's become a hustle, and that's one thing I'm trying to discredit as I move forward is the hustle involved in it. And it's just like you said, like it's a lost cause with R&B, lost cause with a lot of different things, man. And that's my goal, to bring the 90s back, to bring that sound
Please
back.
do.
Man, that's the goal. I'm telling you.
If I got to help you, I'm with you.
I'm telling you, it is going to come. It's going to come for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. Everyone that works with me, they know they have to bring that level of integrity to the music.
Yes.
It's no shoot 'em up, bang, bang, murder, murder, kill, kill.
Right. We got to get away from that.
I have kids at home.
Yeah,
they
absolutely.
for sure. But it's a lot of that. But that's the goal. That's the goal.
So where would an artist need to be within their career for it to make sense for them to come to you and say, "Hey, I want to work with you"?
No, I don't turn anyone down.
Okay.
Honestly, I don't turn anyone down. But it does. I get a lot of artists. How do I work with Michael Montano? How do I work with Derez? How do I and a lot of it is, Derez posted something a few weeks back that said, be careful of those who try to build off your name versus building with you.
100%.
A lot of that, I'm learning.
Love that.
I'm learning what that's about. Some people, it's leverage. Of course, everything is leverage.
Of course.
But I can quote 80% of Derez's catalog.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I could quote 80% of Michael's catalog. Some people are not even fans, but they want that leverage of that person. But I would say to work with me, just know that I'm not going to lie to you. If you send music to me, I'm not going to lie to you. I'm going to tell you what, a lot of artists ask me, what is my page missing? What am I missing? And I'm honest. I'm like, hey man, you have 4 pictures and you haven't posted it, 3 months, and the song that you do have, on your link tree is it's not mixed, it's not mastered, things like that. But I'm honest, I'm honest, and I won't leave anyone on scene, I won't do that. But it's anybody from a bedroom artist to a platinum recording artist.
Man,
I will work with you. For sure.
So do you do sit-down consultations?
I don't. And that's something people tell me to do a lot.
Please. So I can send people your way because they're always asking me.
Do that a lot. I do have that. I just don't want things to be a money grab.
Yeah.
I'm not in it for the money. How you doing? I'm not in it for the money. I'm not in it for that part of it, man. Man, my goal is to literally bring back what's missing in the game. And if an artist is actually working with me, I know that they saw something in me, and that's humbling.
Yes.
So they saw something in me, so I'm going to do my best to make something happen with you for sure.
Yeah.
Even if it's just A&R and just like helping you tweak the music.
Yeah.
But definitely, man, that's how you build relationships, honestly. No one knows. We don't know the next Juice WRLD. We don't know the next
Absolutely.
We don't know the next, Derez. We don't know who it is. So
that's right.
I won't turn my ear away from anyone who wants to work.
Yeah.
Work, not just, not freebie your way into
it.
Just work for sure.
Absolutely. I'm with you. I want to be a part of their journey when they're on the rise.
Definitely.
That way, when they do get to like a Derez Deshawn's level or Michael Montana or even, the Drakes and so on, I can be like, I remember when I sat down with him and had this conversation with him before anybody knew who he was.
And that's something.
It's amazing. I've done that plenty of times,
That's awesome, man. That is awesome. And that's the goal. That is the goal.
There's a
lot of talent out there, and there's a lot of artists that don't get discovered. They never will get discovered.
Right.
But, hard work beats talent, like they say.
Absolutely.
For sure. And I see these guys, the guys who are in it, these guys work. they live it.
Yes.
These guys are on it. Eat, sleep, and drink music.
They do.
So if you're not willing to match that, you have no reason to want to be in that same category.
That's right.
Sure.
And build those relationships, because
Absolutely.
relationships will put you in places that money cannot.
Absolutely.
I learned that early on in this business.
Actually, my good friend, Extreme, he said, relationships are currency.
Yes.
People do not understand that. Relationship is currency.
Yes.
And that is something people do not, everybody wants to do it, on their own, their way. I always say, man, if your goal doesn't involve a lot of people, it's not big enough.
Yeah.
For sure. But definitely relationships they are currency.
Yes. And you value them. Be loyal to the
Definitely.
people
That's
who
right.
really invest time into
So
you.
true.
Shout out to Knowledge that just walked in. It's my guy.
What's going on, brother? How you doing? All right, man. Sure.
He's a talented dude. Just real quickly, he does video, he does photos, he's a music producer, and he's one of the few people that I trust to be here and really help me represent,
Love.
So
Sure,
most
bro.
definitely.
Sure.
I know you've worked with a lot of artists.
Yes.
Without being biased,
A lot of art.
without being biased, who's been that one that you would just love to get back in the studio with over and over and over again?
That is hard, man. Can I give you a top 5?
Yes,
Man,
sure. Please.
Of course, Derez.
Yes.
Man, this guy he's a powerful recording artist.
Yeah.
It's no wonder where he is. The way he dissects a beat is ridiculous.
Man.
I'm like, man, how do you, this one of those things, man, you just it was a blessing being in the studio with him.
Yeah.
It's a blessing. And that's someone I would definitely love to work with. Michael Montana, Big A Prado, Katie Gotti, and the list goes on. I do not want to, I'm saying 4, but I don't want to keep going, but it's a lot of talented artists that I know for sure they are going to emerge in this industry. They have the work ethic, they have the look, they have the grind, they have the social skills.
Yes.
They have it all. And of course, Katie Gotti's been here twice with you.
Katie
That's
Gotti,
my guy, man.
go get that Dirty Diana record. It is such a.
I'm telling you, this guy.
We standing on couches,
That's right, for sure, man. He's different.
He's so
different, man.
dope.
He's different, for sure.
Man.
These guys, man, I've been working
Big A
with.
Prado,
Of
it's my
course.
guy.
Of course, man. That's the Southside's landlord.
Yeah.
That's what we call him, man. The Southside's landlord.
So
if you're
talented.
in Clayton County and you have not come through Canal Studios, his studio, you're not part of the culture.
You're missing
of Clayton
out.
County. You're not a part of the culture for sure. Canal
Yeah.
Studios is legend in
Yes.
Clayton County for sure.
Absolutely.
Sure.
and me and Michael Montana go way, way, way back.
That's dope.
He was coming out when I first moved here to support my
That's
events.
right. You said 2012, 13.
Came out here. He came for my birthday bash. I remember him. He posted a video saying, "Sorry, I can't make it to your birthday. I'm out of town."
Gotcha.
He came that night as a surprise.
That's dope.
I was like, "That's my guy."
That's Michael.
That's Michael.
That's my brother, man.
Yeah,
That's Michael,
man,
for
just
sure.
good people. But Derez Deshawn, I have not had the opportunity to work with him.
Gotcha. Okay.
I'm throwing it out there.
Go ahead.
I
Go ahead,
need
man.
you to come on through.
man.
Let's make
Come
it
on through,
happen.
for
You know what I'm
sure,
saying?
bro,
I know
for
you're a busy guy,
That's
but
right. That's
I'll work around your
For
schedule.
sure. That's it. Definitely.
That is so dope. What about female artists?
Female artists, it is hard to come by. I would say the person on the south side, everyone knows Lotto.
Lotto, of course.
Brown Bone is up next.
Okay, please
Wait
put
until
me
you-
on game.
Wait until you hear her music.
Okay.
She is, number one, she's an MC.
Okay.
First, she could spit with the best of them.
Yeah.
I actually have a project coming out. I've done a project where I have a collab of literally over 14 artists.
Wow.
I've done that, when I first came back from the military in 2012, did it again in 2020. Everybody's like, bro, you cannot have that big of a gap between doing this.
Yeah.
It represents the South Side. We're a really big unit.
Yeah.
And I call it, the conglomerate. People don't understand what I'm doing or what I was trying to do, but this one here, I am bringing out the OGs, College Park, Clayton County, all the way into the young bucks, 17, 16, 18 years old, putting them all on the same track. This track is going to stamp, and everybody can't make the track, but it's going, you'll know somebody on it. You'll know somebody on it.
So all of them are going to be on one song together?
18-minute song.
Wow.
That's how we coming.
That is so.
I'm hip hop.
I've never ever seen someone do that before.
I've already.
Sorry, Soldier Boy, he did it first.
I'm telling you, man. That's it, bro. I'm telling you, it's. I already have 14 of the verses back already.
Wow.
And, it's constantly going, and it's from all over. In 2020 they put out a Clayton County top 50 list.
Okay.
And what's funny is, man, when that list came out, it caused so much disruption.
I would imagine so.
Like, man, who is this person? Who?
Right.
Out of that 50 list, I knew 40 of them.
Wow.
And worked with 12.
Wow.
And I'm like, okay, this is something I can do to, number one, it's a friendly competition.
Yeah, bring some unity together.
It does. And everybody, it'll be like a big networking party in the video. It's going to be crazy.
Oh, man.
That's coming this summer. This is going to be so crazy.
Wow. And you executive produced this one.
Yes.
Beautiful.
It is going to be crazy. And I've had verses for the last year, dating back a year.
Yeah.
I'm very selective on who I want it to want to represent it. But it's from literally College Park OGs to 16-year-old artists in high school that are representing, they are the top dogs in their school. It's about to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy, like a master ceremony, of passing the torch and, building that community for sure.
That is so dope. And you guys are going to shoot a grand visual for it.
Yes, that's all. And I'm getting more verses than necessary because I know 90% are going to make the video.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
So it's going to be on a Sunday, to where everybody can join. That's what we did last time with Respect My Conglomerate. I had 14 artists on the track.
Wow.
We all met at 1 p.m. Everybody recorded their verses. The video, we shot the video. It was done by 4 p.m.
What?
It was.
Y'all were hustling.
It was amazing. It was amazing. It was amazing.
That is so dope.
Amazing. And that's something I'm trying to do, man. Just bring unity, to the South Side, but and just start from there for sure.
Yeah.
It's going to take that, and I'm going to do it. I'm going to do it.
That's what I'm saying. You're not going to try. You are going to do it.
I'm doing it for sure.
On everything. Sure. Now, tell us about the album that you're putting together.
Yes.
As much detail as you can provide us with.
Okay. All right. Sample the South Side. So it's going to be between 9 and 14 tracks.
Okay.
Out of the 14, I would say 16. Out of the 16 tracks, maybe 13 of them are actually features.
Yeah.
As well. And every song has a sample in the song.
Yeah.
It's going to be dope, just bringing that feel of, we grew up on the real samples, so it's going to have that feel to it. Right now, and what I'm doing, I'm creating, it's called Cruel Sessions, classic records every time we link with CEO Khacki. And what it's doing is they're actually able to see the songs that are going to be on this album in real time being recorded. It is, I don't know anyone who's doing anything like this.
Me neither.
And, shout out to Katie Gray, the videographer, man. He is.
That's my guy too.
Man, a blessing.
He's
Man, I'm telling you, he is.
I met him because of Big A Prado. Sorry, but
two goats. Man.
Yeah.
And same here. I met him because of Big A.
Yeah.
He is a workhorse. He does the job right. Every time. Every
spot
time.
On in
Professional.
turnaround is like impeccable.
Yeah, right. I said, man, we just shot that 2 hours ago. How did you get this done that quick? No, but he's fast. He's good. Really good, man. And this is a guys like that you want to work with and you want to grow with.
Yeah.
Like a humble, understands what it takes.
Yes.
And this is what we're doing. He's gonna be shooting the video. I had a song called ClayCo Bound. That's when I came back from the military.
Yeah.
This one is going to be called ClayCo Found. It's going to be
crazy.
And Katie Katie Gray. He's excited to actually shoot this, man. He's ready. It's going to be honestly the longest video he's ever shot.
Right.
It's going to be crazy.
That is amazing. Sure. We've probably shot, I would say, at least 7 visuals with Katie Gray now.
Dope.
And we actually did a couple on the iPhone and sent them to him to edit.
Yep.
You would never know that them things were done on. He's so phenomenal with the edits and stuff.
Yes, he is, man. Yes, he
What
is.
A humble guy. Shout out to Katie Gray.
Shout out to you, man. Shout out to you, bro. Definitely, man.
That is so dope. So, for any artists that are out there, that are looking to work and getting involved, with what do you currently have, in the works that maybe an independent artist who's on their grind, They're out here pushing. They might have a decent little budget. Right. What do you have in the works that they could get involved with right now?
I would love to work with you and do a cruise session. Classic records every time we link. What it is promoting your brand, my brand, with integrity. I offer the beat to you. You're going to hear the beat in the studio. You're going to record the beat. You're going to record listening to the beat in real time. Your fans are going to get to see how well you work under pressure, how fast you record, your mannerisms, how you actually, how funny you are, how your takes in and out, things like that. They're going to actually see that in real time. And it's going to draw that fan base that much closer to you. They're like, man, I didn't know he did that. I know he punched out like that. Things like that. That's my goal. And
I want to do that, and I'm not even an artist.
It's so dope, man. It's so dope what we do, man. It's so dope. Derez, Deshaun, I appreciate you. You are a blessing for doing that for me, man. Like, you opened the floodgates for a lot of artists that wanted to duplicate with you, Michael Montana, Katie Gotti, Young Knox, T-Mo. What you all did, man, you guys have opened the floodgates for so many artists that want to do that.
Yeah.
And I want to give people the opportunity to do that on a large scale, on a smaller scale, because soon it's going to be, that's the goal. Like, literally, when you come to the city or whatever it is, you want to get a cruise session because you know it's going to bring that type of, to your fan base. For sure.
I think every artist
it's gonna be crazy.
Needs to do that.
Definitely, that's dope.
I'm different, right? Definitely want to send some artists your way for that.
Please do so.
Where are you guys filming it at?
We actually was recording at 380 Studios.
Okay.
They recently just got shut down 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
I
man.
am in the process of getting my own studio.
There you go.
In the midst of everything.
There you go.
I'm actually recording at a few studios. So
okay.
I don't want to name it yet.
Understood.
But definitely we're working on that right now. But I'm in the process of building my own studio as well.
Absolutely. I think that's where eventually most people need to go. Do you mind grabbing that for me? That's my next guest. I think that's where a lot of people need to go, is getting your own space.
Definitely. That's right.
Because that's what we did.
That's right.
Because if you work out of someone else's space, you never know when it might be booked or they might have to shut down or whatever.
Right. That's right. That's what just happened. So it kind of threw a monkey wrench in everything, but we're moving forward with it. I have a lot of artists right now, 18 artists lined up for cruise sessions, and it went from a bi-weekly, thing to now it's going to be something I have to plan for, because I know it's going to take off in the way I want it to.
Absolutely.
For sure.
Absolutely. So artists, make sure you got your budget together, because it's not free to work.
Gotcha. Let's get it. For sure. We'll take care. I'm telling you, if you here to work, and things match, let's work.
Man.
I'm telling you, for the culture, not for the. The money's gonna come. Trust me.
Absolutely,
the money's gonna come for sure.
It's what my OG told me. Shout out to Bigger Rankin. When I first got in the business, one of the things that he instilled in me that I still remember to this day is he's like, if you get in this business for the money, you'll be disappointed because it's not always there.
That's right.
But if you are in it for the love, the money's gonna come.
Absolutely.
And I followed. Thank God I had an OG tell me that early on.
That's right.
And I've always done this for the passion, it's just been God's continued to bless.
Sure. Yes, for sure.
And same thing with you. Definitely. Definitely good things in the works.
Thank you so much.
What's the most recent song that's out right now that you had your hands on working with?
Wow. Out. Wow.
Or on the way.
Right. Okay. I have a lot on the way. I don't want to speak on the past. I really don't.
Okay. Understood.
But I've had a hand in a lot of music, but things that actually went out. Big A Prado's Dro, his actual album, The Real One. It's called The Real One. Had a hand in that for sure. That went for his career very well.
Wow.
It is. Shot a music video. I helped direct that video. We took pieces from Exhibit, What You See Is What You Get Now video, where he just spent one day, starting out to go grab some milk from the store and coming back to the house.
Yeah.
We took that, man, and it got a lot of eyes on Big A, I'm blessed to be a part of that for sure.
Yeah.
For sure. But a lot of things in the works. I'm here right now to do my just due and get the new music on the way, ready for the world. It is going to be. I'm coming.
Yeah, I already know.
I'm coming. I'm serious. It's time.
He's applying all the pressure.
For sure. Definitely.
As you should.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am, for sure.
I know you did bring us a song today with Derez Deshawn.
Correct.
That we're going to listen to a little bit of it. Is this song released yet?
Not yet. It's
so
not
we'll
released.
give them a snippet of it, a little sample.
We're going to make sure we do it right.
Yes.
We're going to do it right.
That is so amazing. Well, I'm excited to premiere it. Before we get into it, though, where all the artists that want to tap in, they want to do a cruel session with you, or they just want to, work with you at any level, capacity, how do they reach out to you?
All right. So because I follow your podcast and I follow your interviews, what you can do right now, go down more. Follow TampaMystic Music, Industry's Most Wanted, and I'm right below there. Do that for the first 100 that follow me. I'm going to send you $1 to your Cash App to let you know it's real.
Wow.
That's marketing. That's what marketing is about. It's not about the money. But do that. Let me know you saw this interview, and we'll go from there. I'm ready to work with you. Let's go.
Man, that is thank you. I'm humbled.
Always.
I'm humbled because I will always make sure that their social media is right there. That's important.
Yes, it is. Yes, you do. And I respect you for doing that.
Hey, I appreciate that. So then you know what comes next. The next thing we're going to do is, who do you want to shout out to?
Shout out to God, Jesus Christ first. I'm nothing without him. Nothing without him.
Yes.
Shout out to my pops, the greatest man I'll ever know. Shout out to my wife. She handles everything behind the scenes. That's not
That's
popular.
so beautiful.
Shout out to my kids, my 5 beautiful children. Just shout out to y'all. I love y'all. Remember, normal is easy. Normal is easy. Anything you want in this life, it's not going to be easy.
Yeah.
Normal is easy. We're not normal. Shout out to the South Side, Clayton County. Shout out to every artist that worked with me, that trusted me, and guided me and helped me to get in a position where I am today, because it's time. It's time, guys. Y'all know it's time.
Yeah.
I often have the joke of the Joker. Clayton County needs a better a better line of artists, and I'm going to give it to them. That's my goal, is to start from the city that birthed me in hip hop.
Yeah.
And, just shout out to you all. Shout out to my brother KG tomorrow. I love you, everybody. That's all I have to say.
I know that's right. Last but not least, we are live. Industry's Most Wanted.
Industry's Most
Big ClayCo in the
Wanted.
building.
Let's get it.
CEO Khacki checking in. Thank you again one more time for being here.
Appreciate you always. Salute.
Man,
Salute to you.
let everybody know what makes you the industry's most wanted.
What makes me the industry's most wanted is the integrity, and I'm going to bring real, artful, beautiful music back to our landscape. Hip-hop is beautiful. We got away from it. Let's bring it back. Let's bring the culture back to where it needs to be, and that's my goal.
Straight like that. I appreciate it.
Sure.
We're going to get into this record, though. We got to listen to a little bit, just a snippet of the record.
Suffering.
Introduce it for us.
Man, Derez Deshawn blessed me with 40. I'm going to pop 40 bars. I don't know anybody who got 40 bars from Derez Deshawn.
I know that's
40 bars from Derez Deshawn. It is a masterpiece. It's a masterpiece. This guy, and I'm not saying that because I'm connected to it. This song is so in depth as a man, what we go through. The studio session was 2 hours. It turned into 5 because we're just talking about relationships.
Yeah.
We're not talking about nothing in the hood, nothing, just relationships.
Yeah.
And what came from it was what all of us in this studio went through. I'm married. Derez Deshawn is engaged. Katie Gray married. We just sat around and spoke about what we go through as men, black men, in our relationships with our wives. Suffering came about. It is a beautiful song. It is an honest, beautiful song.
Well, we're going to listen to a little bit of it. We can't give you the whole thing because it's not officially out, but I'm excited to be able to premiere even just a snippet of it today.
Definitely. I appreciate that for sure.
So let's go ahead and get into it. Big shout out to Derez Deshawn, man.
Big shout out, man. I'm telling you, man, the Southside guy. Let's get it.
Hey.
Classic.
Anybody can tell that I'm suffering. Oh, what we doing?
Hey, baby, look me in my eyes. Tell me that you're mine. Even though you're lying, I still wanna hear you say. Sometimes I need
Ooh, that's a vibe.
all I've been through, I hope it was worth it. Treat you like a queen 'cause you deserve it. Even though I know you ain't perfect. Hey, you cheated, I cheated, we both did wrong. But to see you watch me leave me, got my head blown.
That's all we're gonna give you guys, though. We can't give you too much because we can't spoil it. We can't spoil it.
He talking that,
bro. That's a beautiful song.
That's a beautiful song, man.
I got chills.
Beautiful song. I mean, like artistry, man. I just want to bring back great music. That feel that we was talking about in the 90s, man, like that's missing.
Yeah.
You know, that beat, man, my wife was like, you want to give him, I was like, babe, trust me, he's the only one that can do something perfect.
Bring it to life for you.
Bring it to life. It's not, matrimony. It's not about the beat pounding 808s. It's matrimony for sure.
Wow.
Only he could deliver that for sure.
Coming soon, you guys.
Coming soon, y'all. Let's get it. Let's get it. You know it.
Why you out on IG in your DM writing these niggas? You say you love me, but you end up liking these niggas. When you fuck me, is they on your mind and your mental? If you love me, treat me like a king and my king.